Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar. How are you? We want to thank all of you for registering to this webinar on strategies on e-commerce and marketplace on holidays of 220 in the US. And well, my name is Vanessa and I'm part of the Lievant agency. We are a company specialized in development, consulting, engineering, and data and performance related to e-commerce with around 10 years of experience and more than 90 e-commerce clients in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Colombia, and Spain. On this webinar, we're going to get to know some of the best recommendations on how e-commerce and marketplaces work at this time of the year, which are really important days because of the greatest online sales in the US. And we also are going to give like a review on the results of the holiday season in 2019 and what we can expect for this year. We also are going to provide an overview of the evaluation of the holidays buying season in the US and explain how the current pandemic, all this COVID-19 situation is changing the consumer's view. Also, we are going to help you to plan your strategy, to give you the best practices to plan your digital strategy for holidays, and how to define sales and inventory needed to avoid to be out of stock. Also, we're going to give you effective advertising campaigns to see like a review or on the strategy we can use for buying media on Google and Facebook and have like better selling days and avoid paying per click at a very high cost. And also, if you have any marketplace like Amazon, eBay, or any other marketplace platform, to see how we can plan best practices to achieve more sales in this season. So to be on the same channel, all the upcoming holidays we have are Thanksgiving on November 26th. We have Black Friday on the 27th. We have Cyber Monday on November 30. We have Green Monday on December 14. And we have Super Saturday on December 19. And also to consider all the Christmas days that are that go from the 26th to the 31st of December. So they are just around the corner. And we also want to let you guys know if you have any questions during the webinar, you can write them down on the chat. And by the end of the presentation, we are going to answer them. And our speakers are going to answer your questions. And please let us know if you want to talk about from one specific industry or sector. And yeah, just let us know your questions. So we're going to start. Today we have two experts on the field of e-commerce and marketplace analytics that they are going to help us to set goals to grow up on sales. So we have Paulina Rees, who is a marketplace specialist. She has bachelor's degree on business creation and development at Tecnológico de Monterrey. She's also certified on e-commerce brand building by Mercado Libre, and she has experience working on Amazon's operational and sales strategies in Mexico, the United States, and Canada. How are you, Paulina?
Hello, Vanessa. Thank you. Good morning. I'm very excited to share all this information that we have so you can actually boost your sales in this holiday season. So thank you. I'm really excited.
Thanks for being here. And we also have Francisco Arinzi, who is a specialist on detailed business strategies and development with over 30 years of experience in sales, marketing, innovation, and IT experience. He is also a Lievant global partner based in the US and senior executive with worldwide experience in data consulting and on the evolution of the e-commerce market in the US and Canada. And he also has held positions in global organizations such as Johnson & Johnson, Rich Products Corporation, and the Clorox Company. How are you, Francisco? Good morning.
I'm doing well. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Thanks. So we're going to start with you, Francisco. We're ready when you are.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you very much for taking the time to join us this morning, when we hope to answer several questions related to the 2020 holiday shopping season. But before we start, hopefully this will work. Let me see. I have problems with moving the pages. Let's see if it does work. No. So there we go. So before we start, I want to thank these organizations whose data was used to develop this presentation. So which are the holiday shopping days? What has changed? What has not? What are the characteristics? What does all this mean to you as a manufacturer within this new macro situation? Who are the buyers? Who buys when in this different holidays dates? And what does sell more in those days? And what kind of deals are being offered? We hope be able to answer these and more questions for these morning presentations. So Vanessa already mentioned we have several holiday shopping days here. And they're upon us. As a matter of fact, we have seen already the offers on TV and in social media and so on. But because our efforts are digital, we're not late. We can activate the campaigns in an instant. We just need to understand the nuances of each one of these dates. So what has changed from 2019 to 2020? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day used to be open. This year, most large chain stores will not open for Thanksgiving Day. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Kohl's, among others, have said that the stores will be closed. Black Friday. In 2019, more than 125 million people shop in stores in Black Friday for Black Friday events. But this year, retail giants have canceled their 2020 in-store Black Friday events, encouraging shoppers to line up and reach over each other to get doorbusters. Televisions is not a good view for this year and for the retailers nor for the public. But Black Friday still is a normal business day. The stores will be open and we expect to see them providing support with social distance with pared down Black Friday offers. Super Saturday. Super Saturday in 2019 reached $34 billion in sales. It became the largest day of sales for retailers in 2019 in the United States, surpassing Black Friday by 10%. This year, we will see a very subdued Super Saturday. Having extra shoppers and employees in the building is a public health threat. So we'll see something similar to what we just mentioned on Black Friday. Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday will continue to grow. shoppers in 2019 spent over $9.5 billion on Cyber Monday. That was an up from 7.9 in 2018. Cyber Monday this year may hit over $10 billion. However, with COVID-19 casting a cloud of uncertainty on the economy, consumers will have less to spend, or at least will spend more carefully this year. Green Monday. Green Monday is an online event for the retail industry similar to Cyber Monday. It is generally the last day that shoppers were able to place orders online and get it for Christmas. Green Monday was generally promoted by big box stores like Target or big e-commerce retailers like Amazon. Since the beginning, Green Monday has been growing and was generally the fourth largest sale day in the United States, behind Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Super Saturday. We think that this year, Green Monday may surpass some of them. Tiffany Blue Day or Luxury Good Day. This is a little known day, but it has significance in the high-end products. Brands like Tiffany or Prada generally get an outside share of this day. And this is partially because most males buy on this day, and what it shows in the credit cards will not appear until January, so the payments will not be until the end of February. However, again, considering the current context, we think that this year spending may be more sober than before. And we get to the end to the after Christmas sale. This week between Christmas and New Year is now the third biggest week of the season, and maybe a tell for the 2020 to 2020 consumers who, considering there will be a limited restricted travel, may want to wait for the super bargain dates and ship the presents after Christmas. Talking about shipping, what is happening in the logistics area? Free shipping will not be guaranteed. Clothing retailers will still offer a free shipping on all orders, but they might require a promo code, or they might require a high minimum amount of stuff in the order to unlock the free shipping. But free shipping does not guarantee fast delivery. Generally, retailers choose the free shipping as the lowest shipping option they can offer. So ordering free shipping on Cyber Monday may not get people's products online on time for Christmas. So what has not changed? Well, honestly, we'll be hard pressed to answer these questions on the affirmative, indicating this or that, as the transformation on consumer behavior that was being facilitated by technology and the growing purchasing power of millennials and Gen Zs has been turbocharged by COVID. And we will believe this is going to be a year of before and after when it comes to e-commerce. The paradigm has shifted. So what does all of this mean to you as a manufacturer or reseller? Basically, we will see less and less brick and mortar sales or traditional sales, retail sales in the stores, and we'll see a significant growth on e-commerce sales. However, we have to be very cognizant of the unemployment and the current macro situation. Unemployment is still high, if you can see, close to 10%, and low-income jobs have been severely affected by COVID-19. In addition to that, people are not feeling financially secure. You look at this chart, you see that 29% of the people feel that they're worse this year than last year, and 64% feel insecure about their job situation or the spouse's job situation. However, on a positive note, we see that when the economy kind of opened on the third quarter here in the United States, the consumer appetite for shopping remains strong despite the current challenges, and the economy grew 35% in the third quarter. In addition to that, we'll see that last year, with no pandemic, more Americans shopping online during Thanksgiving weekend than in physical stores. And this year, we think this has been, again, turbocharged. We have seen a journey of 10 years in 3 months. Let me explain. The chart on the left, you will see that e-commerce penetration in 2009 was 5%. It was growing organically for 10 years to reach 15% at the end of 2019. And then on the first quarter of this year, it jumped to close to 35%. So we think that this trend will continue to stay here, not only because of the demographic change, the acquisition power that now they have, the millennials and Gen Zs, but because of the comfort that people get used to buy from home. So e-commerce is not just a nice perk anymore for you or your consumers to have. It may result in a significant return on investment for your brand if you know how to activate the right message to your consumers. In 2020, it's projected that online holiday spend will surpass $189 billion. That is 33% up from last year. Some of you may say, well, I don't have a recognized brand. What is happening to me? You know, people are going to stick to what they know. Incredibly, in a moment of great uncertainty, as the chart shows, rather than sticking to familiarity and brands that had used, consumers did the opposite. As you could see here, 51% of the consumers are looking for offers and lower price, and 46 are mentioning they're very interested on a price-value ratio. So there is an opportunity for small brands, unknown brands, or second brands to capture that market. Let's see more data. On Black Friday in 2019, more people shopping online than in stores, as I mentioned before. 142 million shopping online and 124 shopping in stores. In 2020, 65 shoppers will choose to buy products online instead of in-store to avoid crowds, while 64 will choose to buy online for the comfort of shopping from home. And 66% of shoppers will increase their online purchase this year. Again, millennials were the biggest Black Friday spenders in 2019, shelling out an average of $9 on Black Friday purchases. But let's compare to $382 in 2019. It's a significant increase in purchasing power that you could see. Women make up the majority of Black Friday shoppers, but men are quickly closing up the gap with 45% expected to be this year. And looking at the states to look at where your spending dollars should be directed to, you will see that Georgia sales include 52%, Wisconsin 51%, Illinois 50%, Virginia 48%, and New York 47%. These are the states where the spend money on Black Friday sales will be the largest. What is happening right now? In-store Black Friday has accelerated the pace in which it's losing its revenue and relevance with shoppers. No more in-store appeal, or very decreased in-store appeal. Online Black Friday sales began earlier than this year than before. We can see already, as I mentioned at the beginning, more Black Friday offers than we ever seen before Thanksgiving. Popular Black Friday deals will get recycled or extended through Cyber Monday. And a lot of Cyber Monday deals will be last minute and in real time. So it is more important than ever to understand the consumers and the reality they face than ever. It's very critical. Given the depressed economy and the resultant job losses, reaching financially constrained consumers with activation gear marketing efforts is essential. And who are these type of consumers? Nielsen came up with a very nice breakdown. And they say the consumers will be influenced by financial or regulatory issues. So who are the constrained and restricted consumers? These are people who are already financially constrained or newly constrained by having suffered lost income due to job loss related to COVID-19. And in addition, due to local restrictions on travel, have less freedom to move physically to congregate and shop. And as a result of a limited physical shopping, may have less opportunity to buy as they did before. So what is the right approach to them? As a manufacturer, you need to make it easier for them to find information of your deals in your webpage. Lower the prices to this specific type of consumer in the products in your portfolio that allow you to do that, and assist consumers in making their purchases last longer. So who are they constrained but free? These are people like before they have lost their jobs or they have an economic situation that they have less money to spend, but they're free to move around, okay? So they will seek the right products and price points to suit their needs. Our approach in e-commerce should emphasize your portfolio selection and offer that variety that they may be looking on the streets to have it readily available in your e-commerce. An additional point will be for you to add brand loyalty incentives for certain products to strive for them to get into your shopping cart. Who is the cautious middle? These are people who have not been financially impacted yet by COVID, okay? And they may be free to move around, but they are cautious spenders, and the gift giving may be very, very limited and close to the people, to them. So what is the approach? The approach is to maximize the conversions driven to price value on your high value products, so your portfolio can fit their current needs. And then we get into the last two ones. Who are insulated. These are people who are not financially impacted, but some of them are restricted because of regulations on travel and so on. They have the financial flexibility to move, to drive the consumers, and to spend. So they might be inclined to spend more due to the experience that they cannot have, like traveling. So Hermes did or had or applied a very good program during the financial crisis and focused on communications for products that are very, very, very classic designs. Things that are timeless and that have a tremendous quality value. And finally, we get the people who are insulated and also free to move around. These people will be more inclined to help those who are less fortunate in their inner circle. So reach to them with a message dedicated mostly to the value of sharing, relationships, and family. So what does sell us the most in those days? In Thanksgiving Day, we see that electronics, major appliances, shoes, and books are the products preferred by the consumers. On Black Friday, we continue to see electronics, but then we see the incorporation of beauty, small wares for the kitchen, and tools. Cyber Monday still continues seeing electronics as a favorite, but we start seeing now toys and apparel as consumer favorites. So what kind of deals are being offered in those days? With most industries struggling during the pandemic, we expect retailers to be particularly generous this year. On Black Friday, we see already that retailers like Target or Walmart offering up to $400 in-store gift with the purchase of telephones and contracts. The same we see on Cyber Monday with BOGO deals. Clothing deals are always excellent also for Cyber Monday, and it's not unheard of retailers to offer up to 50% off store-wide. So what are the key takeaways from all this? This year we'll see a significant growth on e-commerce, and we need to take the opportunity to activate our campaigns and to direct to the proper consumers, as I mentioned before. This year, we're not going to see a series of sprints that are very well delimited by the date, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, etc., etc. This will be more of a marathon where we will be each interexchanging the messages and the promotions to fit the particular type of consumer and the particular day that is looked according to the categories. And finally, because of the situation, we encourage you to craft the messages with emphasis on relationships and empathy. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Francisco, for giving us your point of view related to all these scenarios that we may face during this holiday season. And well, at the same time, we have a global pandemic. And well, as you mentioned, for example, the consumer's desire for shopping remains strong despite all the current challenges of COVID-19 and all the other factors that affect online shopping. So thanks, Francisco. So also we want to mention to all the attendees, if you have any questions during the webinar, you can write them down on the chat, and at the end of the presentation, we're going to answer them. So right now we're going to move on with Paulina Rees, expert on marketplace analytics. Paulina, we're ready when you are.
Great, just let me know if you see my screen, okay?
Yeah.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. So, well, we already know the general information about this season and how everything has changed since COVID-19. But we know that something that I guess will never change is all our desire to buy and to get new things, and mostly during this holiday season. So let me just show you some information that I have and some tips that I have for you. So you already know, my name is Paulina Ruiz, and I'm a marketplaces analyst. So what do we know about marketplaces? Well, the biggest marketplaces in the US are for sure Amazon, eBay, Walmart, Target, and Etsy. But today, we have really short time. I would like to give all my attention only to Amazon. And this is why I'm gonna tell you, we really want to be selling on Amazon comparing to all the other marketplaces. But we all know about Amazon and all this customer experience that they have, getting your Prime box and all this experience that you have as a customer. But let's change this perspective and try to think about as a seller. So how popular is Amazon, and why we would like to give all attention that we have in a really short time to Amazon has more than 150 million mobile users. It's the most popular shopping app in the US. And most of the customers, they really trust Amazon. So 89% of the buyers, they're more likely to buy products from Amazon than any other e-commerce. So knowing that we have all these people willing to buy, 89% of these people is willing to buy from Amazon. That's a great thing that we should keep in mind. Another thing, okay, there you go. And all these million users are also Prime members. This is a very important thing because as a Prime member, you deliver really fast, and you have all this access to all the special discounts from Prime users. So it's very important to see that you have access not only to all the mobile users and other people that just get into Amazon once a month or twice a month. They actually have 100 million Prime members on Amazon. And it's not only about having people, they're actually making money. And you already know because it's the biggest marketplace in the United States. So only this first quarter of the year, not having all this pandemic change of consumer behavior that has been going on, only in the first quarter of the year, of this year, they broke up to more than 75 billion in sales revenue. So we really want to have you there getting a little share of that money so you can increase your sales. And another thing to keep in mind is that the most popular category on Amazon is electronics. And from all these 150 million users, at least 44% of them have acquired a product from electronic category there. And also another important thing for making decisions is that 82% of Amazon buyers, they say that price is important. So once they're there, they're already Prime users, they really care about the price. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your strategy and your price strategy against your competitors. So let's just, having all these numbers, just keep it simple. Amazon sells more than 4,000 items per minute, only on average from small and medium business. This is the amount of transactions that they have per minute. And it's not on a peak event or anything, it's a regular amount any other time of the year. And another thing that we really want you to keep in mind is that 23% of the people, they visit Amazon from inspiration. You know that nowadays people, they're not going to the mall and trying to window shopping. So they do their window shopping on Amazon. So we want you to be there and have everything well prepared, have your listings and everything perfect. So when people is doing window shopping on Amazon, they want to buy your products. So all this information is just a general overview of what's going on. And we want you to boost your sales on Amazon. We already have your eye on this, and I already know that you really be willing to sell your products on Amazon. But what should you do, and what strategies can you do to have a little bit of the share of this billion sales that they have over the years? So what to do? First of all, this holiday season and these big events, the biggest mistakes that we have with our customers is that they run out of inventory. So they having a great sale, they have all the products perfectly done, but sometimes at the middle of the sale, at the middle of Black Friday, they don't have inventory. So organize your inventory. We're gonna go one by one and give you a little more tips, but this is a general overview. So also optimize your listings. So since people are not able to see your products on like real hand, everything that you have on your listing should be done perfectly. Also use the A+ content. I'm just gonna go more information each time we go one by one. You should let people know you're selling on Amazon. So you should spread the word. Also, we love promotions. So create promotions so people are willing to buy things from you. And also another thing that's very important, and for me, that's the cherry on top of everything, you should structure your ad campaigns correctly, okay? So let's go over inventory. You have to stock up on your inventory. Some of the best Amazon promotions actually work based on inventory. So even though you could give a really great price, if you don't have a good level of inventory to be able to be on that sale, you won't be able to get in. So it's very important for you to have really well-planned inventory ahead. You should at least have triple what you should be selling. So it's very important to stock up your inventory and to have a great level of it. You shouldn't be listing something that maybe you can I don't know, you could do the same effort to have a product with more than 100 items to one with just one. So just remember that your time and your money is put on that listing, so you should have a good level of inventory. And also consider free shipping. People love free shipping. So if you have the same product, same price, same listing, but one is giving you free shipping, for sure they're gonna go and rather buy the free shipping product. And since we were talking about the Amazon Prime subscribers, consider having your products on FBA. So when you have your product on the Amazon warehouse, you have all this great experience for your final customer. They have the Prime service, and Amazon will have your back on that process. And it's really good. The prices is good. It's less time consuming for your company. So really recommend as to have a competitive advantage over other competitors to have your products on FBA. So this is a thing that I'm pretty sure that you know that, but when you buy a product, you have the Prime flag on your products if you have them on FBA. So it's very important. It's a really important thing. So most of the people, when they're searching the product on Amazon, they use that filter. So they only getting Prime products on the landings. So it's very important to consider that if you want to have and boost yourself. I'm just moving on to the listings. Listings are the most important thing. So as they are not able to see your product in real life, this is what they get. And it's not only about having great pictures, because we all know that the pictures are the most important thing. Now it's about having your reviews done. So you should have your reviews, because 84% of the shoppers, they trust the reviews, and 91% of shoppers, they read the reviews ahead buying. It's like they trust the reviews more as a framework telling you, hey, this product is great. So I'm just gonna give you 2 tips to have really good reviews. Another thing is bundle your products. So if you go into a listing on Amazon in a product and you only have, I don't know, if you have that pair of shoes in 3 colors and you have them in 3 different listings, that you won't be able to get as much attention as you put them all together in a family. So it's important, try to see your inventory and how you can bundle your products in a family together. And a great thing that you should keep in mind is to add the right keywords, to see what keywords are working and add them to your listing. It's a really common mistake that when you are adding a listing on Amazon, you don't add keywords. So just go ahead, use those keywords. That's how people is gonna find you. So it's very important to put attention on the keywords. So here is something that you should see. If I did a general search in Amazon, and the first places that you will get are the ones that have the most reviews. So you can see here, I was looking for shoes for men, and the 4 first positions, they have more than 3,000 reviews. So it's very important for you to have those reviews in the listing information. How can you get reviews if you're a new product and you're starting on Amazon? Amazon offers inside the platform 2 ways. You can use Prime buying products. In this place, you give away some of your products to have some buying is this program that Amazon gives these products for free to people that really do good reviews, and they analyze the product. So that's a good thing. You can join the program. It's on your platform. So you have used to keep in mind that they will give you a good or bad review. It depends on your products. That's why people trust these buying reviews, because they will give you a real review. They will talk about the quality of materials, the price, and everything. And another one is the early reviewer program. Here you pay for reviews. So just go, if you don't have any reviews, just try to keep this as a strategy to get a better position on your products. So moving on, also another thing that you can do to boost your sales is to use the A+ content. Just to make an important mention here, this will work only if you are the owner of the brand. So if the brand is yours, you're going to be able to use this A+ content, which is the information that appears on the bottom of the listing. So there you can tell a bit of a storytelling of the brand. You can have more like an e-commerce experience. You can explain the extra benefits, how it works, lifestyle pictures. You can add more information. This is really good if you have a brand on Amazon and you haven't used this, you should go ahead, because this is not that time consuming and it will really make a difference on your listing. So here is this one from Adidas. You can see there's just a big banner, one picture, some information, and a video. It's really simple, but it's really eye-catching, and the customer will end up having a more likely action to buy than if you didn't have any more extra information. So moving on, another thing that you can do if you own a brand and you have it registered in Amazon is to have your own store. It is great because it's like an e-commerce experience. Like, you can show your product priority, and it's also like branding. So if you want to tell people that you're selling on Amazon, you can redirect them to your Amazon store. And this is like a really e-commerce temperature that you have already seen some of those. So here, this is also the Adidas store, the storefront. So you see they have the categories, they have some pictures, and it looks really clean. And people will be able, I don't know, maybe they wanted the shoes, but now they're getting the bags. And also, I just made a little zoom on this. You can say they have a special place. They will have deals, new arrivals by sports. So it's easy for customers once they got into your brand to find and to understand your product. So if you don't have your store working on Amazon, or if you have a store that you haven't updated in a year, just go ahead, change the banners, add the little deal area for this holiday season, and that will be really working for you. And I'll tell you more about how can you, with the campaigns, get the customers to see your store right away. And also, I know I'll talk pretty fast, but if on the way you have some questions, as Vanessa told you, just let us know on the comments, and we'll tell you more about that at the end. And also, you should spread the word. Maybe you already have the listing perfect, the store is there, the A+ listings, your pictures and that, but how will people know you're selling on Amazon? Like, you can have the best front store, but if you don't guiding people to your doors, they won't be able to buy your product. So just make people know you're selling on Amazon. I don't care if it's on social media, mailing, or any other strategy, let them know that you're selling. If you have your Instagram on your copies, you can say, hey, find us on Amazon, and this and that, or find us everywhere you're selling. You have to let people know they can find you, so you have more organic sales. But also, there's some other strategies. Some people on Amazon can know you're selling. But it's important to drive people from the outside world to your Amazon products. And some people, if they have the opportunity to buy from your e-commerce or Amazon, since they have their Prime account, they would rather buy on Amazon. So just make sure people know you're selling there. Otherwise, all this effort is for nothing. Another important thing during this holiday season, that this is why we're doing this these peak events, is use the promotions that Amazon has to offer, either lighting deals, even they have social media promo codes that works. If you have in your social media, you can add it so you can actually measure how people is going from your social media to your Amazon sales. You can use coupons. Just go there and try to find which promotion works better for you and your product. Or if you already done these promotions, make sure, sometimes from some brands, the coupons work the best, and from others they don't, and there's better lighting deals. So if you already have some information about this, you should just make sure that you have this on your top of your mind so you can have the best strategy that works for your brand. Here have some examples from coupons, and in the United States, the coupon strategy works amazing. So you should really think about that. And maybe you can have a lighting deal and a small coupon, mix and match. I don't know. So this is how people find the coupons, and they have the clippings. Another thing, you can see the coupons. If you are finding a product, you can see that little green tag that they have on it with the coupon. And also, if you have a holiday deal, they have a special landing that will redirect you from all this information. And this is an extra thing. I'm not going a lot into this because of our time, but try to go to Amazon Likes. What they're doing is they want people like informational, and they want people selling online with live videos and showing the products. And if you're having a live video, they will give you a special position for you to sell the product. This is a brand new strategy. So if you want to go ahead and you have time, make sure just to click on this and understand how this is working. They have all the information on how you can do it. You just have to download an app and broadcast. It's really simple. So it's a great tip that I can give you beforehand. And Finally, it's not the least, for me, it's one of the most important parts, your campaigns. You have to make sure that your campaigns are well structured, that the keywords are working, and that you have creative content. Nowadays, video is what's working. Creative pictures is not only about words. Now, people, you want to catch the eye of the people. So make sure that you have all this information well put together. And just don't go about having a bunch of budget. It's not about having thousands and thousands and hundreds of budget and to put them all in one campaign. It's to make sure that your campaigns are well executed. You have different categories of a campaign so you can actually measure what's working. If you have some girl products, boy products, make sure that you have different campaigns so you can measure each thing. You should have keywords campaigns, brand campaigns, and to make sure that you have all this variety the Amazon offers inside the company, inside Amazon. So all these 150 millions of users that they're just looking to buy products, they can find you. Otherwise, you're just gonna be on the corner and some other people is gonna get those sales. So let me show you. I'm pretty sure some of you know, but if you don't know, these are the campaign types on Amazon. You can have sponsored products, sponsor brands, and sponsor display. I'm just gonna show you a little tiny example on how this looks from the outside as a customer. So this is from a campaign from branding. So I was looking for shoes for men, and I got this big banner on the top that will direct me to Adidas. That's one of the campaigns. This is product campaign. So you can see at the beginning, it says sponsor. Also, this is the one that we were talking at last on the other slide. This is really cool because you can add videos and other campaigns that could be really catchy on the eye. So people are looking for Western boots. And at the middle of the page, you get to see a video, this information and this product. There you go. There's you doing your work right, because people are going to be, hey, what's this? What is this in the middle? And you are giving the more look and feel and lifestyle information that only the product with other million products that are on that page. So it's very important for you to make sure that you're doing your campaigns right. Okay. So I know I went really fast because we wanted to give some time for questions at the end. Just to sum up, you should have your inventory done right. You should have enough inventory to go ahead with this holiday season. These big events that is not like any other March or July. You know, we are heading towards Christmas, presents, and all this time that we were talking about, these important dates. And also organize and optimize your listings. This is what people see. So even though you could have the best product ever, great quality, great price, but if your listing is not appealing, it won't work, because people, they won't want to go and look at it. They're just gonna go by and go to another better listing that they could have there. Once you have your listings on right, your content, your A+ content gives an extra mile that you could go to provide more information to your customers and to give more lifestyle pictures and all the storytelling that we all love when we're buying a product, or more information, even technical information. And well, you should let people know you're selling. Otherwise, ain't gonna work. So let people know you're selling on Amazon, advertise that anywhere you want, any way that is possible for you. Maybe you won't be able to pay that big campaign, but just have that continuous enforcement that you're selling on Amazon is good. Have promotions. So remember, these Black Friday sales are crazy. If you don't have a promotion that goes into that level of promotions that they have on those days, even though your product is good, they would rather go with a 50% product. So just it doesn't have to be your whole catalog. At least 1 or 3 products that you could have a really good sale. That will be great. And work on your campaigns. So now you have everything done. You should make them go to your products and have those sales. So that will be, for me, all the information that I could give you. I wish we had more time to prepare. But at least with this you could work right away. You don't have to go into something that you should have done 3 months ago. No. With this strategy, you could be working today and be ready for Black Friday and be ready for the whole holiday season. So any other questions, any information, we'll be really happy to tell you more about this. Well, thank you, Vanessa. That'll be it for me. If you have any questions, that's my email. You can write to me. I'll be writing you back with any other information that you might have questions with. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Paulina, for sharing your point of view related to all these strategies and tools we can work with on the marketplaces, and also to position our business or brand in the best way at this time of the year, which are really important dates on the e-commerce field. So right now we're going to move on to the question section. And well, we have some questions from social media. Any of you guys who want to answer them? The first one is, which is the impact of the 2020 elections for all these holiday season sales?
Well, I'll take that one since I'm in the States, Paulina, if you don't mind. No? It has been significant. Basically, people are polarized and they are worried about the economy and the lack of response and sensitivity from both sides of the aisle, if you want to put it at this, both parties in continue the stimulus package. So at the time that where COVID is bringing new restrictions, the government is not acting, not only on the health side, but also on the economy side, and people are really worried. So we, on one hand, we see there was optimism and significant growth on Q3 when the economy opened, but now everything that comes out of the news is very bleak.
Yeah, that's right, Francisco. Thanks for your answer. Paulina, you have any comments?
I think Francisco covered it all in a better perspective from in between the US. So I think that'll be it.
Okay, so moving on to the next question, we have, which are like the best promotions or offers we can apply to our products or to our inventory? As you mentioned, Paulina, Amazon has different kind of deals like coupons, percentage of, which is the better option to apply to our products?
So as I was mentioning, I think it's really good to have a variety of promotions that you could have. So if you have a really strong discount, you could go to a lighting deal because they actually ask for really, really high discounts. So if you have a mild discount that you would like to offer, you could use a coupon. So it pretty much depends on how much inventory you have and how much are you willing to give as a promotion. So if for me, if you have really good inventory and a good promotion, go to a lighting deal. If you have a regular promotion, which is good and good inventory, you could have for a whole week deal. And if you have a really mild promotion that could go over a month or longer, you could use a coupon. So that will be, for me in general, how I would like to work with those strategies. And also, the good thing about lighting deals and these really specific time events are that you can have some time frame that you can say, oh, there are 5 hours left on this promotion. So you're playing with the sense of urgency of people buying. So if you want to really have a high impact, you should go with lighting deals. Otherwise, you can just go to a mild strategy like coupons.
Okay, thank you so much. So, okay, moving on to the next question, we have a lot of people is asking us, is this pattern of online shopping, like it has increased a lot that we are facing right now, like today, this will be on for the next years, will be the same pattern on online shopping?
Maybe we can do both answers here, Paulina. On one hand, you see the adoption accelerated, as I mentioned, a journey of 10 years in 3 months. And people who were not buying are buying. People who were buying a little got to buy a lot, and people who buy a lot, who were used to buy a lot, expanded the number of categories. In addition to that, again, the demographics we were seeing in our customers when we look at the shopping patterns, who buys from our customers, we see Generation X, but a significant difference between Generation X and millennials, and now the Generation Z's, 18 to 24 years old, who are pushing up and getting into the economy and the workforce. So we see that this is, as I said in the presentation, is a paradigm shift. It's a before and after, like happened with many other major catastrophes, if you want to put it that way, and also fueled by the convenience and the fact that now not only retailers or manufacturers are advancing the speed on which they transform the interaction with the consumers.
So just to follow on this line of work, even before the pandemic, the e-commerce and the marketplaces, they were growing exponentially through time. While we had this, it was a really peak of events, like it went up to the top. So we're not going back to how it was before, but maybe the acceleration of this growing is gonna go a little bit mild for a little while. But I think this is gonna keep working, because what we were doing is we were changing this from going to the mall just to go on Amazon or just go to any e-commerce. So I think it's gonna keep growing, and we're here to stay, because what happened is people is gonna keep taking some, they got used to it. As Francisco mentioned, if you already were a buyer, you got a different category. Maybe you got the toilet paper in Amazon. I don't know, but it grew and it's gonna keep growing. So you should be working on these strategies to maintain this during the whole next year as well, and the years to come.
Okay, thank you both of you for your answers. And before we finish this webinar, we want to thank all of the attendees for joining and registering, and also to our panelists for their time. Any final comments you have?
Well,
Ladies
yes.
first.
Thank you, Francisco. So just don't be afraid to go on Amazon and play with your offers and play with everything. As long as you can have pretty well structure in your mind, how can you play with the price? How can you play with the promotions? Just go there and make these adjustments. Don't be afraid. It's not that crazy to work on that, and just follow those guidelines that we were giving you to make sure that you have everything well structured through this holiday season. Maybe you have to go and work some extra hours this week. It's okay. It's gonna pay off by the end of the year.
Thank you, Paulina. So basically, if you are not in e-commerce now and you are exploring this, don't waste the opportunity. You may not be able to get now in the holiday marathon season, as I said, in the next 5-6 weeks, but the market is still there. The market is growing. And if you want to start, and one of the things that we discussed with potential clients who are not in e-commerce or companies who are thinking, well, is this for me or not? Amazon, and it sounds like a commercial for Amazon between Paulina and I now, but basically Amazon is a marketplace that allows you to understand the system, understand the format, without the need to have any IT, any logistics, any financial staff, especially assigned for that, because Amazon does everything for you. So it's a good way to learn the system, and from there to grow into other specific marketplaces for your category, or even your own store where they require more specialized people in-house. So if you're really considering and you're not in there, our best advice always to start with Amazon. I don't know, Paulina, you want to add to that?
For me, that makes sense as well, because if you're not there already, you should be getting there now. Maybe you won't get in the most of the season, but next season it will, or I don't know, Mother's Day or any other time. So just, if you are not there on the e-commerce, on the platform, you should be getting into that wave now, because that way they won't stop moving for you. They won't just make a pause for you to get in. So you have to go there, even if it's a peak season of the year, just get in there. Whatever you're getting on that experience will help you grow as a business. So for me, perfectly makes sense, Francisco. You have to just get there and take advantage of this timing of the year to grow your business.
Okay, thank you so much, Francisco and Paulina, for all your ideas and recommendations. We also want to invite all of you to the next webinars we may have. So make sure to follow us on our social media on Facebook and Instagram. And also, if you want to see this video again, you can find it on our YouTube channel. We are as Lievant. So thank you so much and have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a great day too.
Happy holidays. Stay safe.
Happy holidays.